What's going on, guys? Gentleman97 here with a build breakdown video. It's been a little while since I've done one of these, about 6 years, which is crazy. The last one I did was in Division 1. This build here, it reminds me a lot of the play style that I used to use in Division 1, which is a good hybrid between skill power, damage, keeping yourself alive, but also being able to burn players down fairly quick. But I'll break this down a little bit and show you what I've been using. First and foremost, the Technician signature skill gives you an additional 10% repair skills as well as an additional skill tier. And when I'm using the Capacitor, which is the primary weapon that I use with this build, if we look at the talent down here, for those of you that are not familiar, for each skill tier gain, you can see it on the bottom, you get 7.5% weapon damage. That's what's most important here. The skill damage isn't really that important because I'm not doing damage with my skills. Ninja Bike Backpack, the talent on here is resourceful, so any brand set that you have, it's going to add an additional brand set piece onto that, which is very, very nice. So I have that Ninja Bike Backpack with crit hit chance. I'm running 2 pieces of Shining Monkey. So at this time I have the gloves and the chest piece. I'll go right down the line here. So the gloves, I have weapon damage, skill haste, and crit hit damage rolled on there. The knee pads, I'm running Richter and Kaiser. That is going to be a 4.7% crit chance, so not optimized. And then I have 14.7% repair skills, so again, also not optimized, but it does fairly well despite that fact. But so the 2-piece with the Shiny Monkey gives me all 3 pieces, so we get 15% skill duration, 5% skill efficiency, and 52% repair skills. The 2 pieces of Richter and Kaiser gives me 15% incoming repairs, 40% explosive resistance, which helps against grenades, it helps against seeker mines, things of that nature, and you get an additional 52% repair skills. I'm running Brazos holster, so we're getting 10% skill haste and then an additional skill tier from that holster there. So that is definitely pretty nice. I have crit hit damage and repair skills on that with armor as the core attribute. The chest piece is Shiny Monkey again. That one's going to have crit chance, crit damage with a repairs skills mod, and that has unbreakable, so that's just going to help out my survivability a little bit. If we look at the PvP stats, I'm getting 50% of my armor back when my armor is depleted. And then for the mask, we have Richter and Kaiser again with the skill tier roll, repair skills, crit hit chance, and another repair skills mod. So we have 3 pieces rolled to skill tier. We have 1 rolled to weapon damage, and then we have 1 rolled to armor. So I got to do a little voiceover here. From the signature skill, the 1 skill tier that you get from that, as well as the 1 piece of Brazos and the 2-piece bonus that you are granted from the Ninja Bike Backpack, I have a total of 6 skill tiers. So 7.5 damage buff from the Capacitor, multiplied by those 6 skill tiers gives me a total of 45% raw damage from that talent. I have about 40.6% crit hit chance and 88% crit hit damage, which isn't very high, so I'm relying a little bit on the raw damage from that Capacitor. So that's the gun that primarily gets the most life. In total, with the 3 pieces from the Richter and Kaiser, the 3 pieces from the Shining Monkey, the 2 mods, both 17.8% and 18.8%, as well as the 10% repair skills from the signature weapon, I have a total of 150.6% repair skills, which isn't as high as it would be for most healer builds, but it's actually really effective for what I'm using this build for. So being able to deal quite a bit of damage to players as well as efficiently heal my teammates, it's really, really helpful. I'll give you an example of how quickly this heals and how big the radius is on both of these skills. Now, when I throw this hive down, you can see the radius is pretty large. It covers a pretty wide area. As far as the reinforcer chem launcher goes, you can see the radius on this is pretty large also. So definitely a good area. It doesn't matter where you are, whether you're on the outskirts, you're in the middle of it, it definitely helps. If I'm in the middle of a fight and I need that heal, drop it on my feet right here. And that area is pretty big, so I can still strafe around and get my heal. So I'll throw a couple grenades at myself, get myself low. So if I drop 1 down, it takes about 4 seconds, 5 seconds, and I'm back to full. If I drop my hive down. Very quick. So why don't I go ahead and show you guys some gameplay, show you how this works in a PvP setting. And with that, thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy the video. Bro, you really wait until I get jumped by NPCs? You serious? You gonna try and 2v1 me now? Is that the goal? Well, it's not really gonna work, I'll tell you that. You thought you had me in the landmark. Come on back. Come on back. I wanna fight you guys again. I'll stand right here. I won't move.